Greetings and salutations! Welcome to my 7 Days to Die tutorial, where I will be showing you pretty much every aspect of this game. Now, last week we went over the new game tutorial as well as the HUD or the user interface. Now, today we're going to be brushing over the basics of building, and then we are going to be looking at looting and questing. So, joy. So, in 7 Days to Die, one of the main aspects of the game is, of course, base building. What is so wonderful about this game is that literally the sky is the limit. You want to build a standalone base that you can then build from the ground up. You can do that. If you want to, say, build a underground bunker base, go for it. If you want to take over an existing building and basically renovate it in order to build your dream home, well, guess what? You can do that as well. Now, in order to do all these wonderful kind of things, you need to know how to change your blocks and how to upgrade them. So, this is what this tutorial is quickly going to go over, and then we're going to be moving over to getting the objects and the resources that you need in order to gain the base of your dreams. So, here we go. So, first thing that you are going to need are the frames. So, during the tutorial, you will notice that one of the missions was, of course, to craft frames. Now, the reason for these frames is so that you can start basically planning out your base. These frames are made from just plain wood. If we click on here, you can see these frames require 2 wood to craft. And once you place these frames down, you will notice that if you hit E, you can pick them up again. So, you know, if you place the block and you're not quite sure that you really want it there, you can always pick it up again. However, with the other frames, like I showed in last week's episode, you will see that if you put down a wooden frame or a cobble frame, cement frame, or a steel frame, you cannot pick it up afterwards. So once it's down, that is it. You literally have to destroy the block in order to remove it. So you might be wondering, okay, you know what, I've started building my little base, but you know what, I want to put down, say, a nice little ramp to my front door. How do I do that? So all of your main manipulations and shapes are all in the radial menu. So in order to get to the radial menu, all you do is you hold in the R button and you will see there is shape, there is simple, that's simple rotation, then there's advanced rotation, there's it's on face, there we go, on face, and copy rotation. So a lot of these don't really make sense with just the cube frame. So if we click on shape and let go of the radial button, you will be introduced to the shapes menu. Now, as you can note, there are 15 pages worth of different shapes that you can use. Now, these shapes revolve around, you know, cube frames. You get some nice circular pillar caps, etc., etc. Even things like catwalk, stairs, ladders, you name it. Yeah. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take stairs. Let's take full stairs. Yes, let's put full stairs here. So, of course, to rotate, you hit R. Or you can left mouse click to rotate the cube. And you right click to place it. So I'm gonna place 1, 2, 3. Oh dear, you know what? I don't want these two. I just want that one. I want to say make this sort of like a small pyramid. So what I can do is I can go back into shapes. I can see here is a stair-filled corner. Now, if I'm not sure, then I can just click here and say stair, and it will then filter all the stairs for me. Now that's lucky, that one was perfect, so I'm going to right click, but now this one not so much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just rotate it until it's done, and there we go. Now the zombies have a nice walk in into my base. But now let's say I want to make some more square frames, but now I go here. I can't find my square frame. And if I click on the square, it's not square. That's mainly because I've still got the filter here. But the easier way is if I hold in R and I say copy shape. Now I've got my square block again. So I'm going to put up another 2 blocks there. Build sort of like a T door frame. No, oh, I'm out of wood. Okay, so let's go quickly grab some wood. And there we go. We have now got our little door frame over here. It looks all sexy and cute. But you know what? I like the shape of these stairs, and I would like to build those stairs, well, the stair shape, upside down over here. How do I go about doing that? So if I hit, of course, R again, we copy shape, I move it there, and then I start rotating. But now I see it only rotates, you know, with the flat side down. So what we do here is we hold in R, and we go to the advanced rotation. So as you can see, now it rotates on every single axis. So now I found the one that I like that one. I right click, right click, right click, right click, and right click, and there's the entrance to my base. I like it. It looks really cool. Looks like the beginning of like a crypt. Ooh. Okay, but that is now the basics of building. We will be going over, you know, certain aspects such as, you know, how you should set up your base, what items you need to have in your base, etc. And then we will be going over to the looting stage. So I'm going to quickly dump all my stuff in here. Let me just quickly scrap some of this wood so I can make a small secure storage chest. Now, looting is going to be the main way of you obtaining quite a few of your resources. There are certain resources that you cannot craft in the game, and the only way that you will be able to get them is through finding them in the in your environment. Okay. So let me quickly put all of these away. I'll keep some wood on me, some stone on me, because I'll need that to repair things like my stone axe, my shovel, my wooden club. I'm going to keep my bow with me. All of this can go, and the frames can go. So I've got ammo, I've got wood, I've got stone. I'm ready to start looting. Now, one thing that a lot of people do not realize, especially when starting the game, is that there are literally millions of ways of finding loot. So as you are running down the road, you might come across these little pieces of trash lying along. Do not leave them behind, as if you search them, you will actually find loot. Now, glass bottles and lead fishing weights are quite good to find. The glass bottles, you need that to go fetch water in order to keep yourself hydrated. I will show you that in the next episode. And then the lead fishing lures are used to smelt down so that you can make bullets. So let's grab some more garbage here, some bones, some nails, great stuff. Okay, so that car is not interesting. That car is not interesting. Ooh, more rotting trash. Ooh, now I got some free lead. Nice. Okay, so let's see if there's anything interesting. Ah, here we go. A car. Now, guys, please do not leave these cars behind, as they sometimes have some really good loot. Ooh, there we go. Ooh, I got an iron pickaxe. Great stuff. So that means I can actually start getting better resources for the, well, from stone and the iron nodes. Also, for example, you might see these little carcasses lying on the ground. Pull out your axe until you have enough enough bones to make yourself a bone knife. So, craft the bone knife. There we go. So, the bone knife is used to collect things such as, you can use this to collect plant matter, as well as harvesting animals and the cadavers. Let's go in here. Ah, beautiful. Could not have asked for this. Okay, guys, so here we are. We've got a pile of garbage that we can pick up. We've got some clay and some seed, which we can use for farming. I will also be explaining farming at a later stage. Now, look for things like this. Toolbox. There's a toolbox here. We could actually open it. Okay, there's only 2 cloth in there, but that's not a train smash. We could now also look at these destroyed workbenches. There are times where you can actually find the schematics of these workbenches inside the destroyed workbench. That is brilliant. But the thing that I am most excited about is this. Now, as you hover over, you can see there's nothing there. It doesn't give me any indicator. But if I hold out my shovel and I start collecting this, you will see that I start collecting this grey dust. And this grey dust is cement. Now, cement is used in the creation of cement mix, and that cement mix is very useful for mid to late base building. So we can always upgrade our base from wood to cobble to cement to steel. All right, so also mailboxes. You normally have a chance to find books in here, books and or paper. Paper, in my personal opinion, not very useful unless you are going for a shotgun build. Then paper becomes very important. Then the books are always important. There's that old saying, knowledge is power. In this game, definitely. So what we do, oh wait, we've got a visitor. Ooh, he was tough. Okay, so before we were rudely interrupted, we have a book. So you can see this is Spear Hunter Volume 4. If you go into the skills, in the skill set, and you go right at the end, you'll see here are perk books. There are quite a few books. So for each book title, there are 7 books. Now, each book will give you a specific perk. And once you have collected all 7 of the books, you will get an additional 8 perk. So, for example, Art of Mining. The first book is Lucky Strike, which will allow you to get a chance to mine rare gems from ore. So there is currently 3. It's silver, gold, and diamonds, which can be sold to the traders for dukes. Now, the one that we've gotten here is the Spear Hunter, which is strong arm. Use this simple exercise to improve your spear throw. Increase projectile speed and range by 15%. So I'm going to use it because, well, why not? It gives me additional XP. And now I've got that skill. So if I ever come to making spears and stuff and I want to throw them, I can throw them 15% faster and 15% further, which is great. And we have another visitor. Come here, Jeff. Hey, ow. I stab you in the face. Put my big bone in your face. Lie down. Stay down. Play dead. Good boy. Okay. Oh, wait. Did I just... there. Okay, cool, guys. So, here... Ooh, nice. Double whammy. Okay, so you will also find sometimes lying around these trucks. Now, these trucks are a new addition to the game. They were included with Alpha 20, the initial release. So here you can sometimes find books and special loot based on what kind of van. So the working stuff is normally like mechanical parts, electrical parts, tools, like DIY building kind of stuff. Then this one over here is an ambulance. Let's make sure that we don't wake up anyone. So there, I'm going to search the ambulance. And now I should be getting medicine. There we go. Aloe cream. Great stuff. So these were homeopathic ambulances. Makes me wonder why the apocalypse happened. Okay, we've got someone here. Hey, Arlene. No, I don't have your maintenance check. You said till death do us part. Now just die already. Thank you. Gee whiz. I'm telling you, these women can't live with them and can't successfully decapitate them. Alright. Okay, so that's empty. So another way to really get into looting is by taking up quests. Now the quests, those you can get from the trader. Every trader has quests, and these quests are quite interesting. They work basically on a reputation level, if I can put it that way. So for example, if you have not done any quests for a trader, they will give you tier 1 quests, which are basically very close by tier 1 or tier 2 level POIs. Now, of course, that means that your POIs also have levels. So, for example, a normal home will have will most probably be like a level 1, where a industrial factory will be a level 5. Now, these do have an influence on what sort of loot you can get. So let's do one thing that I love, which is called double dipping. So in order to double dip, what we need to do is head over to the trader and go and get a quest. So you click on do you have a job, and you will be presented with 5 different quests. Now you can only select one quest at a time. So currently we have got clear zombies, fetch, and bury supplies. Now these are the standard quests that you will find. Depending on the quest, your mission changes. So for example, clear zombies means you have to enter into the building, kill all the zombies, and then you can come and fetch your reward. Fetch mission is you go into the building and you need to look for the courier satchel, which has supplies in it, which you then bring back to the trader. And then the buried supplies is they will send you to a relatively random location on the map where you have to dig You dig a hole and you try to find the buried supplies. You find them, you bring it back, and you get your reward. So what I like to do, because I am now on a loot finding mission, I want to go to the nearest POI, which is this one here, this fetch at 183 meters to the west. So I'm going to select it. You're going to say, okay, one of our operatives had to stash the shipment at the household bungalow 10. That's the name of the POI. Go and retrieve the shipment and return it to me. I accept. I turn around and we head off to the west. So as you can see, this now points me to the house that I need to go and find the supplies. Alright, so we have now made it to the old bungalow number 10. And we can see that right over here is a little exclamation mark, which allows me to start the quest. Now, this is where double dipping comes in. What we do is we ignore the quest start and we just start looting. Right. You'll also notice that you get these little blue, looks like sandbags. Go for these, especially in the beginning, because these guys give you cobblestone, and cobblestone is the next upgrade from wood blocks. There we are. So we've looted out the entire house. Come on. I'm busy talking to the people here. Thank you. So I've completely looted the house. As you can see, there's broken windows. I've taken all the loot over here and everything. So what we can do, go into our inventory, and we can see that, gee whiz, we've gotten a lot of loot from the house. We've got a helmet light mod, which is going to be useful. We found a cooking pot, which we can use in our campfire. We've got some splints, painkillers, first aid kit, blood bags. We've got some glue, some steel, a lot of very useful. Oh, and we've got some scrap boots, so I'm going to wear those. That's going to be cool. And there we go. So that was the first loot of the house. So what now? Now we go and we actually select the mission. Boom. And as you can see, all the loot is back. So what we do is we do this stuff all over again. So of course we go collect our cobblestone. So double cobblestone. Nice. We get double cement. We get double ammo. And we basically run through again. Now, the only difference here is I'm now going to go and actually try and find as many of the loot areas as possible so that I can show you what you can loot. So, for example, over here, you'll see there's this little orange handle. Now, if I had a salvage tool, such as a wrench, a ratchet, or an impact driver, I would collect these for the copper. Unfortunately, I don't have them now, so I'm not going to collect this because, well, it's going to be a waste of brass. Now, you will also notice every now and again there will be like a wall panel or something that doesn't look quite right. So my advice is always go for it. You'll normally find something hidden in the back that you can loot. Now, this loot can be some generalized stuff, so, you know, go for it because you never know what you may or may not need. Found some water. Well, that I definitely need. Do I have any food? Because I see my guy is hungry, so I'm going to use that. There we go. And then we're going to pull out... Oops, okay, I don't have any arrows left, so let's go and grab this guy. Wow, you got up quickly. Okay, so there we go. Got her. Quickly pick up this cobblestone here. And also, what's also really pretty cool is the fact that because you've already done this POI now, technically, before, you know where all the enemies are coming from. So, for example, I know for a fact that there is someone behind that door. Here they come. I'm going to come down. Stab them with my bone knifey knife. Don't hit me. Here we go. Get some clay. Nothing there. Always check shelves like this because sometimes you do find things behind them that you can loot. I'm going to leave that alone. Also, you'll notice I tend to go for all these pictures. No, I don't have anything against those people in the photos. What happens is sometimes there is a lockbox or a hidden compartment behind those pictures that you can then also loot. So you got these cupboards. Also look for these unbroken medicine cabinets because they also contain normally some medicine stuff. So there we go. And check the baths as well because sometimes the baths also are lootable. So check your toilets. And also these tiny little dirt boxes, they tend to also hide some really good stuff. Now, once we get back to base, I will basically go through some of the uses of the stuff. Because what's really cool about this game is that nothing is waste. There's very few things that you may just throw away because you won't have a use for them after a certain point. But those are very far and few between. So another thing that I like to collect are these chairs because you can break down these chairs into wood. Fridges sometimes contain food. The ovens sometimes also contain food and or cooking equipment such as the it's the cooking pot, beaker, and the what's the last one? I think it's like the grilling rack or something. There was a sandwich. Oh, and look over here. So you can see this one's door is slightly ajar. And you can see that it looks like there's something inside there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to quickly open this guy up. And we're going to go looting through the trash. And, ooh, lead. Good. Now, sinks also have got, they tend to have like pipes, lead. You might even get some other useful items here, but these themselves are also lootable because if you have a wrench, you can use the wrench to dismantle it and get some pipe. If you see a coffee machine, grab it because there's always something nice in there. We've got some murky water. That's good. That means I don't need to go find murky water. Now, as we walk in here, we're going to get our two little visitors. I'm going to pull out my whack-a-mole. Missed. There we go. There we go. Pull out my knife. Go to sleep. Okay, so I'm going to grab the rest of these chairs. There we go. Another cupboard. Now, another thing that you can also grab are couches. So, for example, if you need leather, look for leather couches. They will have leather attached. Oh, and as you can see over here, look, like I said, look out for something that doesn't look right. So, for example, all of these wooden floors all look the same, except for this one. Now, luckily, This one contains my my courier sound satchel. So if I look in there, you'll see, there we go, White River Supplies. This is the quest item that I was looking for. But I'm going to carry on looting. If you pick up these potted plants and you scrap them, you will get you'll get clay, which you can use. Let me quickly stabby. Stabby. Here we go. Okay, cool. Now we are back in the office. Let's quickly go through the wooden crates. Oh, we got a nice bow. We've got another spear hunter volume 2. So this one is that my spears degrade 20% slower. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to use that. We got some food. I'm going to use that definitely. We got a level 2 bow and we got some more ammo. Then I've got some trash over here with polymers. And we're going to pick up the chair. Go through the filing cabinet. Some more paper. Ammo pile. That's always nice. Oh, we've got some arrows there. Okay. Now I'm going to go through all these. Okay. And found you. Now you can see here we have got a wall safe. Now, the wall safe, they tend to, if you have got lockpicks, now, unfortunately, I do not have any lockpicks on me. So, I'm going to have to go through this the long way. Just to make sure I've got space, I'm going to scrap these chairs so long. And the pot plants, I'm going to scrap those so that I can get the wood and the clay. And then I'm going to start beating on this. And there we go. We are finally through. Now we can open it and see that we got banded armor plating mod. Okay, well, disappointing, but at least it wasn't nothing. So we're gonna quickly go and just grab the rest of the items here, get out of Dodge, and head back to the trader. So now, as you can see, the amount of loot that I've got now has almost doubled. And that is exactly what we're looking for. We want to try and waste as little time as possible to get as much as possible. And I find that this double dipping, even though it's fine for one person, for the 1 and maybe the tier 2 quests, once you start getting to the tier 5 or tier 3 to tier 5, having a few buddies around, well, it makes a heck of a difference. So, always remember to double dip. As soon as we get to the trader, we will of course get additional quest rewards. So that means it's even more worth our time. And also, here's a really cool tip. In 7 Days to Die, you can actually share your quests with other players. So, for example, if there are, say, 5 of you, and you all decide that you guys are going to start sharing quests so you can loot together, what's really cool is that you can actually share the same quest with everyone, which means that everyone will have a supply to pick up. Or if everyone can clear out the same building. The benefits of this is that when it comes to the getting the rewards, so as you can see here, I have a choice between a bacon and egg recipe or Molotov cocktails. Now, I will be going into the chef perks, even if it's just a few of them. So I'm not going to worry about that. I want the mollies. Give me those cocktails. So now that I've completed my mission, let me see, I need to get some space. So I'll pick up those mollies now. There we go. Also, you can see I am encumbered, so I cannot run so fast. How you see this is over here. So in your inventory, you'll see that there are little places where the inventory slot is darker than the rest. That is, if you put something in there, you are going to be overburdened and you're going to be walking slower. You can't run as fast. Running uses more stamina. As you can see here, I am literally walking at a crawl pace, which can be dangerous because some of these zombies, especially at night, they like to become very speedy boys. So trying to run away from them no longer becomes an option. So you don't want to get overburdened. There are a few ways to eliminate that. So there is the Pack Mule perk under the strength attribute, which will increase your ability to carry more. Then you also get clothing mods, which then increase the number of pockets that you can use. Home sweet home. So, well, home-ish, sweet home-ish. Let's quickly use up some of this cobblestone. So I'm going to quickly upgrade that to wood, as you can see there. And then I can upgrade it to cobblestone. So first wood, then cobblestone. And also upgrading these blocks this way also increases your XP. So if you so that's why, for example, if you're one who wants to go hunt zombies, you can get a lot of XP by hunting zombies. But if you want to sit and build a base, you can also earn quite a bit of XP doing that. What I have noticed, especially playing with groups, is that in the beginning, your builder crafter guy, he will get a hell of a lot of XP from building, but it tends to taper off at the higher levels, whereby your guys who go looting and hunting will not get as much they won't get as much XP in the beginning, but towards the late stage, their XP will not taper down as quickly. So there we are, guys. I'm going to carry on building this little basey base. And then in next week's episode, we are going to be looking at food, drinks, and statuses. So we're going to be going through what your first tier, mid tier, and end tier foods are, which kind of foods are the best for eating, drinking, and maintaining your statuses. And then we're also going to be looking at the different statuses and how to get or prevent them. So from me to you, all I want to say is bye-bye.